Senator Harper, and members of the committee. My name is Taylor Mace, and today as a small business owner and as a concerned citizen, I would like to state why keeping an individual's genetic information from being used by any insurance company or employer is vital to any citizen involved. Just think about how it would affect you if you or a loved one were discriminated against for a possible disorder within your genes, one you don't even technically have yet. Imagine your insurer raising premiums or just completely dropping you because of something that hasn't happened to you. Imagine your employer thinking something that hasn't happened to you yet is going to keep you from working the way they expect for the amount of years they expect. Also, picture my situation as a small business owner. I would not ask for genetic information involving the possibilities because automatically it might become hard to ignore whatever the problem is. And I would not be able to prevent the discrimination of that employee, and my company may not be able to afford that. And if the insurers raise premiums for my employer's insurance, then I could be losing out on a phenomenal employee, a major asset to the company, simply because I can't afford them thanks to some gene showing a possible disorder that they might never have. It is true that genetic information reflects you. Genes may show up that can potentially cause problems later, so it's not a pre-existing condition right now. You aren't actually sick yet. I don't believe you should be discriminated against if nothing is actually wrong. Who's to say what the future may hold? Is it right to prevent someone from a dream or to make them pay higher premiums for no reason? If insurance companies and employers raise premiums because of genetic information, then people could end up paying outrageous prices and never even get to take advantage of all they paid. They could end up wasting money that most don't even have to begin with. The person didn't choose to have a certain gene, so why should they be punished for that when nothing is that wrong yet? We don't lock up people in jail from the world with schizophrenic genes who could possibly be serial killers or murderers. Why, though, can someone tell us that we can be locked away from the career of a surgeon if we have a gene of Parkinson's disease? Just because you're schizophrenic doesn't mean you are a killer, and just because you have a gene for Parkinson's doesn't mean you will be a liability. GENA protects groups from discrimination of an individual's genetic information affecting the whole group. If an individual cannot affect a group, then why should individuals alone be such a liability? It's not their fault that they carry certain genes. They're born with it, they don't choose it. HIPAA protects the individual's rights to privacy of medical records. If HIPAA was put into place, then this new law would only be a better check on making sure that genetic information is indeed private. I believe if we continue using this information, it will begin to basically control our lives, and eventually that will cause a class structure that no one can change. At least now in the United States, you can change your fate financially and social classes, but if genetic information starts affecting it, then who's to say how far it will go? So just remember all I've said today. Genetic information involves more than pre-existing conditions. People could end up paying money they can't afford and they have no reason to pay. No one should be discriminated against because of something that isn't even actually true in every case. A law for this would not be much further than HIPAA and GENA, but it would protect the rest of a person's rights. Are there any questions?
Why do you believe that genetic information isn't technically true?
A lot of things your genes can carry will not always guarantee to make you ill or keep you from a great potential in life. You could get something that doesn't affect you until you're much older, like after retirement, or you could just you could be a carrier for something that you may never even get yourself. Why is it fair to be discriminated against for something that you cannot help? We stopped discriminating race and gender, and I believe to a point that genetic information discrimination should follow suit. After all, you can't help any of it.